What's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy, and we're back with some football picks for Sunday, January 26th. We've got the championship round. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got reasonable weather, 2 outdoor games, and thankfully no signs of snow. The wind isn't too bad. The temperatures are going to be cold, but nothing too crazy that should interfere with the picks we've got. Let's see. If you guys have not heard, we did start our own channels. It's been a lot of fun. It's just opened up the floodgates for us to put more content out since we live in different time zones. Our scheduling has just been awesome lately. So still doing the Backdoor Fantasy Sports channel, just how we always do, but we're putting out more plays on our own channels too. If you want to go over and subscribe to our channels, it's just our handles. So at JRussoBDFS is mine if you want to go subscribe. And at JordyBDFS is Jordy's for his if you want to go subscribe. We are putting out extra content. So for NBA, we both already have additional NBA picks on our channels. And I'm sure we'll do the same, maybe throw out some demon plays or something fun on our own channels for this NFL slip as well, or NFL slate. But it's been awesome, and we really appreciate all of you guys showing us support. We're trying to get these accounts to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible, and you guys have been coming over there and showing us some love, so thank you so much. As far as the Backdoor Fantasy Sports channel, if you guys want to give us a like or a comment, whatever you feel like doing, it goes a long way with the algorithm, puts us in front of a larger audience, and we really appreciate it, guys. So let's talk about the plays that we're excited about. We've been finding some value today. I feel great about this. I threw a couple extra units on this slip here that we just shared to the Discord. So let's talk about the plays. So I'm going to be going with Jalen Hurts over 31.5 rushing yards, and I'm going Curtis Samuel over 2 receptions. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, so I'm taking Dyami Brown for over 3.5 receptions. I kept calling him Dawami for some reason. And then I'm taking Josh Allen for over 0.5 rushing and receiving touchdowns. This is a crazy line. I can't believe it's not a goblin. So
right,
stoked on
that. Yeah, and if he doesn't cash, we'll call him Dawami.
Yeah,
but
Dawami.
If he cashes for him, we'll show him a little respect.
I feel like there used to be like a basketball player named Dyami Brown or something. Am I tripping?
I think there was.
Yeah,
it was like a first round pick or something that was a total bust.
Yeah.
That Jordan drafted, I believe.
I think so.
Let's start breaking it down. If you guys haven't signed up for Parlay, Play Better, or Underdog, they're our official partners as far as platforms go. And you use code BACKDOOR over there, and they're going to give you an awesome sign-up bonus. They're going to give you deposit matches, free picks, free slips. They all offer a little bit of a different, entry sign-up bonus. But for Parlay Play, we're throwing a little extra on top. We're going to give you a month in our premium Discord for Parlay Play. Just got to make sure you throw those codes in for any of those platforms. Double check when you're making your first deposit. Throw in code BACKDOOR, and it'll activate all of the sign-up bonuses. And then we will double check with Parlay Play to make sure your code was used. And then we're going to give you 30 days, or actually it's a month, whatever the month ends up being, however many days, when you decide to use it, which you can activate whenever you want. You don't have to do it immediately when we send it to you. If you're already a Discord member, you can still take advantage. And then when your current subscription runs out, you just apply the gift, and it'll give you a month. But email us at bdfantasysports@gmail.com, and we will confirm with Parlay Play and get you in within 24 hours. We'll get you that gift certificate. So all that information's down below if you guys want to diversify and jump on these platforms that are all running specials. It's been a lot of fun. So let's start breaking it down. All right, Jalen Hurts. Looking pretty good, right? This is the note from Outlier. He's exceeded 29.5 rushing yards in 9 straight games at home, averaging 51.9 rushing yards a game at home, 100% hit rate over 9 games. We took this last week, and he crushed it for us. It was like 2 minutes into the game, he popped off for a 40-yarder and killed it. But that was against LA last week. 70 yards. He's done this in 5 straight games. And then we've got this beautiful matchup. Washington is 30th in rushing yards allowed, 16th in rushing yards allowed to quarterbacks. So this is going to be interesting. I don't think this is going to be a 70-yard day for Hurts, because the defensive, I think it's the coordinator in Washington, kind of put out a little public statement saying like, yeah, we are going to like treat him like a running back. So it's up to them if they want to put him in harm's way like that. I'm like, oh, dang. He said something along those lines, but I'm like, okay, this will be fun. But, and, Hurts he did get a little banged up in that last game. So made me a little bit apprehensive, but 31.5 is just totally doable in my opinion. So I'm all over this. So yeah, 5 games straight. And then if we look at the head-to-heads, 3 out of 4. So the 2 times that they played this year so far, he went for 39 and 41. So I feel good about him getting it done. And yeah, there's not like a whole lot to talk about there. We covered the matchup and the overall matchup, which is really soft. So it's either going to be him or Barkley. So Washington will have to make that decision if they want to like just let Barkley have the lane or give Hurts the option there. But feeling good about it going over. Take a look at daily grind. They like his pass completions to go over 16. They like his rush attempts at 7.5. Sounds good to me too. 51.61% odds to hit the over -125. They like his fantasy score. We got the rushing yards on here. They don't like the rushing yards, so go with your gut. 31.5. They know that there's a little point bump there on Prize Picks, so that's just the optimizer recognizing that you can get this cheaper on other platforms. But I'm still okay with an extra 1 yard bump. But they have it favored to go under. 50.42% odds to hit the under -119. So go with your gut. There's plenty of options here to pivot if you wanted to take something else like his rush attempts or his pass completions. Just keep in mind when you're taking passing props on Prize Picks, the correlation that they penalize you for is pretty high. Like your multiplier will come down quite a bit if you have someone like Hurts and then any sort of pass catcher from the same team. And that goes for any NFL team. Like if you have the quarterback, any sort of passing prop, like Jordy was mentioning, like they're giving that Jaden Daniels 0.5 passing prop discount. And that is, I haven't actually locked it in. Maybe they're cool about that one for the discount, but typically if you take a passing option and you have any sort of pass catching option, it brings your multiplier down significantly. So I like to just stick with rushing props if I'm throwing a quarterback in, or like in Allen's case, a rushing receiving touchdown. That shouldn't affect it too much because it's not him like contributing to another player's touchdown or receptions or anything. But anyways, you have options here. For Jalen Hurts, let's take a look at this next play, Curtis Samuel. I like him to get this done. He's got a relatively soft matchup, 22nd in receptions allowed. We go over to wide receivers, 23rd, so a little bit softer to wide receivers in particular, and he's been getting his usage as of late. And, they went and traded for this guy. I think they either traded or signed him, but they brought him in, gave him a paycheck, and he's supposed to be a part of what they're doing. He's been a little bit of a slow start here, but he has cleared this. Let's see, 4 out of his last 5 games really pop off there against New England with 7 receptions. We just need him to get over 2. So, there's a higher chance of a push since this is set at 2, but I think that he can go for more than that. If we take a look at this note from Outlier, so he's exceeded 1.5 receptions in 4 out of his last 5 games on the road. So, what did I say? 4 out of his last 5 in general, 4 out of his last 5 on the road in addition to that. Looking pretty solid to me. That last road game was when he went for 7 receptions. So I feel like he could get this done. And when they played head to head, he had 5 receptions. And that was from this year against Kansas City. So I think he's good for at least 3 receptions. I think he can get it done for us. I'm going to be taking it for more. Take a look at daily grind. They don't like his longest reception or his receiving yards or his fantasy score. The top over is this receptions over 2, even with the bump there. You can get it at 1.5 on these other platforms. They have it heavily juiced at 1.5. It's at a -165 is the lowest. And then what is that? So FanDuel has that -176, Parlay Play -192, Caesars -170. So I feel good about at least the push. His targets look pretty good too. If he's going to get 2.5, if he's going to beat the 2.5 targets, if he's going to beat the 2.5 receptions, he's going to beat the 2.5 targets too. So you could pivot to that if you prefer. But I just like the idea, if he gets 2 receptions and he pushes for us, but he only gets 2 targets, then you pushed 1 and you missed the other. You guys can make your own decision there. But yeah, I'm going to be rolling it for more, feeling good about it. If you guys want to check out Outlier, this is an absolutely awesome app. I love this app so much. They cover all these different statistical categories. You have all these different matchup settings from 2024, 2023 head-to-head matchups. Then you've got the strength of the matchup, ranking wise over here. And then you have injury reports, insights about players that they think statistically look good to go over or under. There's the top one right there, Curtis Samuel, 1.5 receptions. So they give you a little breakdown of why it looks good. It's killer. You can try it out for free. Just sign up through the Outlier link below. You don't need to put a code in. Sign up through that. They're going to give you a week because they're that confident that you're going to love what they've built here. I'm confident too. You will not want to not have this once you get used to how to use it. So go check it out. Sign up through the link below, and I'll pass it over to Jordy.
All right. Yeah. So loving the value we're getting here. Sadly, with the Jaden Daniels play, they are docking us due to correlation. So that really sucks. I don't know why they do that on a free play. That's just pretty nasty.
Make sure you just make sure you don't have any. If you take that play, make sure you don't have any other commanders in that slip.
You wouldn't be able to play the
good to go.
Dyami Brown, but yeah, I'm gonna make one with it, obviously, because it's it's a free play. So,
sure.
Yeah. So, getting into this, Dyami Brown has been really awesome, and he's looked like the solid wide receiver too for this team since he's been really involved over these last, I would say, 8 games. He finally, I'm pretty sure he was hurt, wasn't he? Or maybe he just wasn't finding the work. But recently he has stepped up in a huge way. Over the last 5 games here, he's hit this line 3 out of his last 5. It looks really good. He's over the last 2 games against Tampa Bay, he had 5 targets for 5 receptions. Against Detroit in that last game, I took him for over 2.5 receptions in that game, and he went for 6. He had 8 targets for 6 receptions. The dude's just been really solid, and he's very underrated. I was saying it before that Detroit game to one of our relatives who is a huge Washington fan. I was telling him, I'm like, this guy is super underrated, and then he just popped off in that game. And he just passes the eye test. He's a very good route runner. He's got great hands. He's super physical. So I love this. I think for this matchup, it looks great. 11th in receptions allowed, a little bit tough. But the last time they matched up, he went for 5 targets and 4 receptions. So he's had a history already with the new usage he's found of going over this play. So I think they're going to need him. I think this is going to be a heck of a game. Obviously, the over-under is a 47.5. I think that we have a big chance of just crushing that over-under again, depending on how the defense steps up for Philly. Because if they get into a shootout with Washington, there's not really anyone this year who's been able to withstand a shootout with the Commanders. And it's been awesome to see. So insanely young, talented team. I think they're going to come in here guns blazing. So I like Dyami Brown to go over this 3.5 receptions line. I think this is just stupidly low. It's favored to the under on Daily Grind at a -130. I can't for the life of me figure out why you would want to take this under that heavily, but maybe they know something I don't. But to me, he's hit it in the last head-to-head, and he's hit it in 3 out of his last 5. So I'm taking a shot on it. I think this is a great play. He's just been climbing the target share ladder, and I think he's going to be heavily involved. So going to be taking Dyami Brown for over. And then my last play here is Josh Allen rushing touchdown. I mean, what's not to like about this play? He's hit it in every single head-to-head against Kansas City. He had 1, 2, and another one. So the dude has just been consistently hitting this rushing touchdown. Over the last 10 games, he's gone over the 7 out of his last 10. In the game against Baltimore, he had 6 red zone attempts. So they were really trying to get him in the end zone. And it's a big part of their scheme. When they get up to the goal line, they have a tush push of their own. They're just going to send Josh Allen headfirst into the red zone, and he's cashing this a lot. So this is a crazy play to get this when he's hit it in all 3 head-to-heads and 9 out of 19 games this season. So he's basically 50% on the year. 70% over the last 10 games. His red zone targets are just, slash attempts are just insane. So I think he's going to make it in. They're 12th to touchdowns allowed against quarterbacks. So soft matchup for him. If they get to the goal line, you're going to see him get a couple opportunities. So I do like this to go over. I think this is just a silly play. It's a -125 to go over. Josh Allen is Josh Allen. He's going to do his work. And I think they're not going to shy away from him just running the ball in the end zone if they get the chance to use him. So Yeah, that's going to be what I'm taking. I love this form, man. I'm really confident in it. If you guys want to check out the optimizer from Daily Grind, go to dgfantasy.com. As you can see, I have Josh Allen typed in here. But if I take him away, you can see all the top plays on the leaderboard for today. I say leaderboard, but it's kind of like a shopping menu because they just show you all the best plays you can get. And if you guys like esports, this thing is killer for esports. They give you really, really good odds. You can see some of these are minus 158, 56% chance to go over. So you get a ton of value in esports out of this app. So definitely go to dgfantasy.com. This is the optimizer tool. They have a couple other tools. So if you're looking to use this one, this is the optimizer. Lock it in for as long as you want. They're going to give you 25% off with code BACKDOOR at checkout. So check them out. And then if you want to check out another platform to play on, maybe tomorrow, if you're looking to diversify the apps you're playing on, go to Chalkboard. Chalkboard's a lot of fun. They run like 6 specials a day. I'm sure they're going to have a plethora of specials for tomorrow, whether that's a boosted multiplier on like just a Dyami Brown 3.5 receptions prop, just like the normal prop. They'll boost it up to like a 2x multiplier, or they're going to give you a super discounted play for just the regular multiplier. So they'll get like Josh Allen's rushing touchdown, or that's a bad example, like Jalen Hurts. They'll give him like 15.5 rushing yards, and they'll just give you like the same multiplier on it. So it's really cool. Definitely go check them out. And you can cash out early too. So if like 3 out of 4 of your plays are hit and you don't think your 4th one's going to cash your slip, you can just cash out early. So go check them out. Use code BACKDOOR for 100% match up to $100 and a free play to help you cash your first slip. So that's going to cover it all for me. I'm really excited for this games.
Me too. Should be a fun slate.
Yeah.
If you guys want to come join our Discord, you can take advantage of the Parlay Play promo. Use code BACKDOOR. Shoot us an email at bdfantasysports@gmail.com. You can see our guys have been cashing the esports. It's been that season again. Jordy is a part of that as well. I do not play esports, but I will be tailing some of these plays because these guys are getting hot in here. If you want to just jump right in, you just go to Patreon. We brought the price down for 2025. It's only $12.99 a month, down to less than 50 cents a day to be a part of our community. You sign up over at Patreon, go into the settings once you've signed up, and then there's a connected apps option in the menu bar, and you log into your Discord from Patreon. You'll be good to go. Come follow us on our social media platforms. We're just at BackdoorFS on X, TikTok, and Instagram. And once again, don't forget to follow us on our channels, our solo channels, just at JRussoBDFS and then at Jordy BDFS. And we'll be putting out extra content on those channels as well. So guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to show us a little bit of love, like the video, drop us a comment, whatever you feel like doing. But enjoy this NFL slate. We'll catch you in the next one.
Good luck, guys.